How's it going, guys? This is Legendary Nats, and let us continue on our adventure. Last episode, we finished up Sin's Fortress, took on the Iron Golem, got to see how awesome Iron Tarkus is, and we made it to the realm of the gods, the land of the gods, the Godland, Anor Londo. And it still gets me to this day, man. This place just looks so freaking good. So we're gonna just kind of discover what's all in this area, see what all this place has to offer, and see what we can do. These guys right here are actually pretty good to farm. Man, that did a lot of damage. I didn't actually expect that much damage. See, you saw that? He actually was able to block that. Interesting. And now he's dead. Alright. And they're pretty good to farm to actually get some souls. So, there is that as well. But they're really not that hard. They hit hard. Wow, he actually blocked that. And if you kind of circle them, they will try to juke you, but they're really not that hard to take on. What did they drop? Oh, I got the Giant's Halberd. So why don't we kind of read through that? I think that talisman... Okay, I thought the talisman was making me heavy. I almost said a different word. Sorry, bros. Alright, let's see what does the Giant's Halberd say. Large halberd made of old brass used by the giant sentinels of Anor Londo. Brass contains traces of lightning, but as a halberd is designed for giant sentinels, its weight is unbearable. So that means it's an extremely heavy weapon. But besides, I think the lightning spear that we picked up, this one right here, this is the next thing that we've picked up that has lightning damage. There are some enemies in this area that are weak to lightning, so that is a good thing. But you're going to see a lot of things actually use lightning in this area as well. And we got some Demon Titanite. We're going to take on this giant just to kind of get some souls. But you see that the giants are helping protect this place. And it makes you wonder if Gwen actually had an alliance with the giants, which I think he did. I think he actually did have an alliance with the giants in this area. So that's why they're here helping him out. So that is a cool little thing about them. Let's continue on, see what else we can find. I really just am in awe of how this place looks. Even in the HD version of it, man, the remaster just looks so good. Let's see. There's a giant right there. We're going to take on one of these giants. Hopefully it doesn't block. Okay. Ah, they can kind of run a little bit, can't they? They're really not that bad. I hit pretty decently, so they're not that bad to take on. And I got their shield. Nice. We'll read that in just a second. Made him stun. And dead. Oh, he ain't dead. Okay. What did we hit? His shield? That's interesting. Be real nice if we got his armor. Okay, so this is not a mimic. Get the twinkle sprinkles. And then here, you even see that there's somewhat of a difference in how the chest can look. Used to in the day, a lot of people used to say the difference that you can tell besides chain would be that there is a difference in the lock. But like I said, you just saw it right there, that the mimic will somewhat raise up a little bit. So let's go ahead and use our trusty Lloyd's talisman to open it up. Get the crystal halberd, and then take on. Oh. Oh wow! I didn't expect him to hit me. That grab will really mess you up if you're not careful. Oh, there's the roundhouse kick. And sometimes these guys actually have a rare drop if you kill them. We didn't get it that time, unfortunately, but they actually, you can actually get a rare drop off of them, which is their head. And you can wear it. Actually will give you a greater amount of souls, but at the cost of your life as well. So you will actually start losing health while wearing that particular helmet. Oh. Oh. Ho ho! And there's the stun, and you're deado. Deadsies. Deadzerinos. So we're done with that. There is a path that way, but it's kind of pointless for us to go up there because we can't even go inside the place. So it's kind of pointless for us to even go up there right now. And we're just going to continue on forward, bros. Here's an elevator. Really nice looking elevator too. I love the architecture in this place. It looks so nice. Go ahead and go around. I think there is an item somewhere around here as well. Oh, guess I was wrong. Oops. And look at that. There is a gargoyle. Now this is another chance. If you didn't get his, ow, I thought I was gonna dodge it, but, oh gosh, if I died to this thing, just like that. But if you didn't get your chance to get the tail, the gargoyle tail, well, there's your chance now. You should be able to get one from him, at that point, because, it's now just a basic enemy, and which is funny, because I think it's so funny whenever bosses just become basic enemies. But you can actually kill him, cut off his tail, so that you have the ability to get that axe that I got from the beginning. Thankfully though, it didn't really matter to me because I was actually able to get it from him, because I was able to cut off the tail during the boss fight. But the very first time I played through, I didn't actually cut off the tail, and so that's actually when I got it, was whenever I was fighting against that particular one. So let's see if we can utilize our lightning sphere. Apparently not whenever he's flying in the air. Or right there. I'm trying to get him. Gosh. Will you land and let me hit you? Oh. Wow. Oh gosh. And I'm doing so bad with my dodges. And I got the tail again. And there he is. So, like I was saying, you can actually cut off his tail and get the axe again if you wanted to. I had to be quiet there for a minute so I could focus. And we also got his helmet. So let's read what the helmet says. Helm of the Gargoyle, an enchanted creature that guarded the Bell of Awakening in the belfry of the Undead Church. This bronze helm was for mere appearance's sake, as Gargoyle's skin is naturally hard. Little in the way of defense, but can be expected from. Little in the way of defense can be expected from it. Really, because it's not that defensive. Now, if you try running this way, you're going to have a bad time because you're just going to fall off and die, and then you're going to have to kill the gargoyle again because, you know, that's life. But you can actually come right over here, drop right off, and there are some items that you can actually get. Yeah, here's one. I knew there's an item. Don't ever let me make you think that I don't know what I'm talking about. I am so smart at this game, I never miss anything. If you try bringing up other things that I've missed, well, you're wrong. And we could just continue going right around here. That was just really made so that you can get that item. And then we're going to come over here, which I kind of did that all backwards and stuff, but you're going to want to go right here. And I love the just how they did this game. Now, you'll see though, and I almost fell because of it, but FromSoft likes to do some things with their game that, hey, that can kind of raise some eyebrows. I did not. Oh gosh. They'll do some things with their verticality, which, oh gosh, I didn't think he was actually going to continue. I thought he was just going to bounce off. But they'll do some things with their verticality, which will make you be like, why? And this is one of those moments. It's such an annoying area up here. Though I love Anor Londo, this spot right here is just so freaking annoying. And the best thing I could really say is if you have a bow, utilize the freaking bow, because these guys will sit here and they will pelt you with those throwing knives, and it will be extremely annoying for you, for one, because you're having to fight these guys in such an awkward place. Alright, so you have to be careful because the aiming is so off in this game. Let's see. Alright, so my goal is to kind of get some of these guys to fall off. You see this? And he'll do it non-stop too. And then I died. Oh, it's awesome. You gotta love it, bros. You gotta love it. Well, I will actually move forward and make it to where you don't have to sit through the run backs. So I will be right back. And we're back, guys. Sorry about that. Decided to go ahead and get that little cutty cut so that we can get back into our spot. There you go. That way so he can kind of die and us not die. You're going to want to hit this so that this will actually fall. And then we're going to want to just continue on. There's really nothing on that other side, so you just want to stay. Oh man, verticality sometimes kind of messes with me. Ooh. That kind of helped out. There we go. This place kind of messes with me from time to time. Really? Trying to see if... go. And sorry, I had to be quiet there for a minute so I could focus. I hate going through this little area. I wanted to make sure I could focus so that I can get right here. There is another painting guardian right here. Now you can farm these guys to get their sword, but for the most part they drop a ton, and I mean a ton, of those throwing knives. So that's what I tend to get the most of whenever I fight them. And this, I don't think there's anything over here. I think this is just a, yeah, I didn't think that there was anything over here. I don't know. I don't even understand the point of this little section right here. I think it's just FromSoft trolling us. I'd have to kind of watch something else to tell me. But you can actually get their gear, like their armor and their weapons. And I actually got lucky and got their sword. I know it looks like a knife, but it's actually they call it a sword. So, you know, anything can go for a sword nowadays. Here it is, the Painting Guardian sword. Now this is a great dex weapon. A lot of people like using this because of it being a really good dex weapon. Curved sword of Anor Londo Painting Guardians. Unique shape for with flat tip. The guardians who strike down those who dare to threaten the paintings attack in a continuous circular dancing motion. A technique passed down through generations. So, it's a really cool little sword. I've never used it, but I know a lot of people do. It has a very quick attack pattern on it. So, a lot of people really like it. And as you see, man, you see that? There's another one of those gargoyles right here. Isn't it funny that he can't fall off? I wish that was the case for me. But you can actually go right on down here. And I think there is a place that you can go that would be good for us to go to. No, I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to just tell you wrong information. It's so unlike me. I hope that you can't sense my sarcasm with what I just said. So what you actually want to do, you want to go over here and push this lever. And it'll actually turn this thing, which is really cool. And it even does a cool little unique animation for it. You don't see it, but the gargoyle is still right there. And he fell on through. And he's going to come right up here at us. Or he'll fly. So, there is that. Yeah, I knew. And you are dead. Killed you. And I got your halberd and your shield. I think that is always supposed to happen. I think you're always supposed to be able to get that after you kill him. We can actually look what it says. I need to organize my stuff here. It's getting pretty ridiculous. Here it is. Halberd of the Gargoyle guarding the Bell of Awakening in the Undead Church. Perfectly standard bronze halberd without any special power. And then, where's his shield? Come on, shield. There it is. Bronze shield of the Gargoyle guarding the Bell of Awakening in the Undead Church. The gargoyle skin is tough by itself, and perhaps its shield may have been a prop, for it is rare. It is a rare example of a metal shield that does not reduce physical damage 100%, which is true. Most of the metal shields that you'll come across will actually have 100% blocking. But now that we've killed both of the gargoyles, they're both dead for good, so they won't be coming back anymore. and we can go ahead and head on over here. If we head over here, this actually leads us to a place at the very bottom of where we were just crawling at. So we're going to actually come back here a little bit later. We're not going to do it just yet, because there are a ton of those painting guardians in there. And though I've basically unlocked the shortcut for us to be able to come through here, I really would not want to actually get killed by them, which I'm not too worried about it, but I just really don't want to. I hope you guys can understand. And I think this, by turning it the way I just did, it will bring us even lower than what we were before. Which is going to be very significant, because there is a place that I want us to go. Mainly because it is a bonfire, and it's going to be our our second bonfire of the place. And here we are. This is our first bonfire of the place that we can actually sit down, besides the very beginning one. And we'll go ahead and level up real quick. We will go ahead and start leveling up our intelligence some. I probably should start increasing my dexterity up, but I'm not worried about it right now. But look right here. There is a very interesting thing. We have a statue of Gwen. Now, this is the first statue that we actually have seen of Gwen. So now you have an understanding of what he looks like. He looks really cool, in my opinion, if I say so myself. And we had the ring of the first son's firstborn. What that means is that, and a lot of people thought for the longest time that that was actually Gwen's first son, or the firstborn, but it actually is not. But let's actually read. Lord Gwen's firstborn, who inherited the sunlight, once wore this ancient ring, boosts the strength of miracles. Lord Gwen's firstborn was a god of war, but his foolishness led to a loss of the annals and rescinding of his deific status. Today, even his name is not known. This is not him. I can go ahead and tell you that now. That is not his son. That is just some random corpse. But there is something else, and I think if you wear this specific ring, which was very important for me to get it, it opens up a second part right here. And we're going to come right here.
Halt! This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the dark sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of mine self, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me.
So this is actually Gwen's son, or Gwen's child as well, which is his son. Let's kneel.
O disciple of the dark sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shall protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the dark moon.
So we've earned that trophy for the Blade of the Dark Moon, or the Moon Covenant. We've gotten the Blue Eye Orb and the Dark Moon Blade Covenant Ring.
Very well. Now thou art a blade of the dark moon, hunteth the enemies of the lords by the power of the dark sun.
I didn't think we have any of those. And we've already entered, so now we can leave. Now this is actually a boss room. We are not going to traverse the white light because I don't want to trigger this boss fight. We can't actually fight Gwendolyn, and he's actually a fun fight. I love the music that they have for him. Let's go ahead and read what we got from him. So, ring granted to those bound by the Dark Moon Blade Covenant. answered Dark Sun Gwendolyn's summoning. Gwendolyn, all too aware of his repulsive, frail appearance, created the illusion of a sister Guinevere, who helps him guard over Anor Londo. An unmasking of these deities would be a tantamount to blasphemy. Interesting enough, it says an illusion of a sister Guinevere, which I think is a very weird way to word this, but I had mentioned earlier that we will be meeting Guinevere, and it still stands to the test of time that it is implying that she is here, but that is not the case by reading this ring. And really, we probably could have came later and got this so that we wouldn't confuse it or do anything like this that would ruin any part of this aspect of the story. But I don't think it's really ruining anything, because whenever you actually go in there, you're starting to see a little bit of the treachery that is befallen upon us. We are told that we are the chosen undead. We are told that we are to ascend Lord Gwyn of his throne. We are told that we are to join Lord Gwyn. All these different things, that we are the chosen undead. We are the most powerful undead. We have all these different things. And come to find out that there seems to be something very fishy going on. So, with that being said, this is where we're going to leave things off. I know that this is kind of a strange episode, and it's going to be a little bit shorter of an episode. But I think we were able to take care of a lot of things in this particular episode. We were able to get about a third of the way done here. So next time, guys, we'll continue on our adventure through Anor Londo. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.